the eternity that lasts beyond all changes. In the silent spaces between heartbeats, in the pause between inhalation and exhalation, there exists a timeless realm, a dimension of being that transcends the linear progression of moments we call time. This is the domain of eternity, not as endless duration but as the ever-present now that contains all possibilities within its boundless expanse. The illusion of separation. We move through life perceiving ourselves as separate entities, confined within the boundaries of flesh and thought. Yet this perception is perhaps the greatest illusion of all, a necessary fiction that allows consciousness to experience itself through countless forms and expressions. Beyond the veil of individuality lies a vast, interconnected field of awareness that has no beginning and no end. The mystics of every tradition have pointed to this underlying unity. They speak of it in different languages and through different metaphors, yet they gesture toward the same ineffable truth, that beneath the kaleidoscope of changing phenomena lies an unchanging ground of being. The Sufis call it Wadat al-Wujud, unity of existence. The Vedantists name it Brahman. The Buddhists point to it as the Dharmakaya, the formless body of ultimate reality. Beyond the threshold of time. Time appears to move in one direction, carrying us from past to future, from birth toward death. But when we quiet the mind and dive beneath the surface of ordinary awareness, we discover that time is not a river carrying us away, but an ocean in which we are immersed. The present moment is not fleeting but eternal, a doorway into the infinite that is always available, always open. Consider how, in deep meditation or moments of profound awareness, the boundaries between past, present, and future dissolve. In such states, we touch something that cannot be measured by clocks or calendars, a dimension of consciousness that is always here, always now, regardless of the changes occurring within its embrace. The paradox of change and changelessness. The world is in constant flux. Bodies age, civilizations rise and fall, stars are born and die. Nothing in the manifest universe remains the same from one moment to the next. Yet this endless parade of change occurs within a context of profound changelessness, the awareness that witnesses all transformations while itself remaining untransformed. This paradox lies at the heart of mystical understanding. That which is truly real never changes, and that which changes is never truly real in the ultimate sense. The forms that arise and dissolve within consciousness are like waves on the ocean, temporary expressions of an underlying substance that remains forever the same. The freedom without limits. When we recognize ourselves as this boundless awareness, rather than as the limited ego-self, we discover a freedom that has no limits. This is not the freedom to do whatever we want within the constraints of physical reality, but the more profound freedom of recognizing that we are not bound by our identifications and attachments. The mystic's freedom is not found by escaping the world, but by penetrating to its core, by seeing through the appearance of limitation to the unlimited potential that lies beneath. It is the freedom to be fully present with what is, without resistance or grasping, to allow life to express itself through us without the distorting filter of egoic concerns. The immensity of perception. Our ordinary perception is heavily conditioned by our beliefs, expectations, and past experiences. We see not the world as it is, but the world as we are. Yet there exists the possibility of a perception that is vast, unconditioned, and all-encompassing, a way of seeing that doesn't divide or categorize but embraces the wholeness of existence. This immensity of perception reveals itself when we suspend our habitual ways of knowing and allow reality to disclose itself on its own terms. It is a perception that doesn't grasp or label, but simply witnesses the unfolding of life with clarity and compassion. In this mode of awareness, every ordinary moment reveals itself as extraordinary, every mundane encounter as sacred. From the beginning we are here. There is a profound truth in the statement that, from the beginning we are here. It points to the fact that our essential nature, awareness itself, has never been absent. Before birth and after death, before the formation of thoughts and beyond all conceptual understanding, this awareness remains. We search for enlightenment, for God, for ultimate reality, as if these were states to be attained in the future. Yet what we seek has been present from the beginning, obscured only by our failure to recognize what is always already here. The spiritual journey is not one of attainment but of recognition, not of becoming something new but of uncovering what has always been. Now, in the immensity. The now is not merely a thin slice of time between past and future, but the infinite depth that contains all times. When we truly enter the now, we step outside the stream of temporal progression and touch eternity. This is not a theoretical understanding, but a lived experience available to anyone who learns to penetrate the surface appearance of reality. In the immensity of the present moment, all possibilities exist simultaneously. Past and future are not distant lands but dimensions contained within the depth of now. From this perspective, we recognize that we have never truly left our source and have always been home, even in our wandering. The dance of being and becoming. Eternity is not opposed to time but encompasses it. The unchanging ground of being expresses itself through the ever-changing dance of becoming. These are not two separate realities but two aspects of a single, indivisible whole, like the silence that contains and gives meaning to music, or the empty space that allows forms to exist. The mystical vision perceives both the eternal stillness at the heart of existence and the vibrant, dynamic expression of that stillness in the world of form. It does not reject one in favor of the other, but embraces both in a unitive awareness that transcends apparent contradictions. Awakening to eternity in the midst of time. How do we live in recognition of the eternity that lasts beyond all changes while fully engaged with the changing world? This is the central question of the mystical life. The answer lies not in withdrawal from life, but in a quality of presence that allows us to participate fully in the temporal dimension while anchored in the eternal. This presence is characterized by a deep acceptance of what is, moment by moment, combined with an awareness of the unchanging context in which all changes occur. It manifests as a compassionate engagement with the suffering and joy of the world, informed by the understanding that beneath all differences lies an undivided wholeness. In this way, the mystic lives simultaneously in time and eternity, embracing the paradox that we are both mortal, changing beings and expressions of an immortal, unchanging reality. From this perspective, every moment becomes a doorway to the infinite, every encounter a meeting with the divine disguised as ordinary experience. The eternity that lasts beyond all changes is not a distant realm to be reached after death or through extraordinary effort, but the very ground of our being, always present, always available, waiting only for our recognition and surrender to what already is.